In fact, they're weak as well on their argument in this case because the indictment was finally sealed just about an hour or two after Assange was pulled out of the embassy. This indictment that the government had denied was in existence for 10 years. For about 9 years from 2010. And what they are charging him with is very important. And I think it's a weak case, which is why Chelsea Manning is in jail, because they are not going to charge him under Section 3 of the Espionage Act, which is mere possession and dissemination of classified information. It's on the books. They could have done that, but that would be a threat to all of the press because every major media publishes classified information. So they're going for the conspiracy to commit espionage charge, which means they are claiming he helped Chelsea Manning to break a password, a code, to get the documents so that she could then transfer them to him as his source and that WikiLeaks could publish. And it rests on a conversation online that Manning had with a person under a different handle that the government is arguing was Julian Assange, but it may be hard for them to prove that she was actually discussing this, how to break this password to get in, to get those documents. Now, all investigative journalists work with their sources to cajole them, to help them get the information and go back all the time to your sources and do what you can to help them get that. In this case, the government's going to try, the U.S. government's going to try to build a case that Assange helped steal the documents, not publishing the documents. They didn't go down that route because they knew it was what the Obama administration called their New York Times problem. They couldn't have the Times and the other papers be liable for the same kind of prosecution. So that's what this case is going to rest on. Now, Manning was brought in to a grand jury to testify on that very issue, and she refused. So they don't have a strong case, maybe. It could show us that they needed her back again to stay some more because they don't have enough. And her lawyers have a very interesting strategy. They're saying if there's an indictment already, and now we know that there is, that this grand jury testimony could be used in trial. If there's already an indictment, then you cannot have a grand jury testimony in which there's no defense counsel present, there's no public present, it's secret. So they're arguing that she shouldn't have gone in there because they might want to use this testimony later on in trial, and they can't do that. They can only use it for the indictment, which was already done.
I got to jump in here. We're going to go to a short break, and after that short break, we'll continue our discussion on Julian Assange. Stay with RT.